Good morning. I'm Varghese from Jamia International Academy, Calicut. In our previous session, we have discussed the first criteria for writing subtext, that is purpose. I hope all you have clear with that criteria. And today, we are dealing with the second writing subtext criteria, that is content. The phrase itself we can understand what is content, because what are the things which you need to include in the letter, or it may be what are the which include on your case note. So as we all know that we have certain word limit for your writing subtext, in which mostly on your question paper will be given like you have to maintain a word limit of 180 to 200. If you are including all the information, or there will have many information on your case note which all are not relevant. So in this criteria is assessing your ability to include all the relevant information and accuracy of the information on your letter, for which we'll give you some tips to or how to include the relevant information, or how to find out the relevant information to your letter. Firstly, you need to divide the entire case note into three, that is most relevant, semi-relevant and non-relevant. From which you can understand, if it is in the most relevant information, definitely you need to include all that category information onto your letter. And how to identify which are all the information are most relevant, for which you need to have, or you need to look into the two questions on your case note. The first one, to whom you are writing the letter, or who is your intent reader. And second one is, what is the purpose of the letter. If you could understand these two questions, it's very easy that you can find what are the information are relevant and what are information are non-relevant. For example, if you are writing to Dr. Peter Brixton and he's a cardiologist, and your purpose of the letter is to provide some post-MI care to the patient, in which with these two questions and its answers, you need to look into each of the information which is given on your case note, then from which you need to find what are the information are relevant or what are the information are not relevant. For example, if it is given with some of the information which is in the past medical history, the patient has diabetes mellitus and hypertension. So how to find whether it is a relevant or non-relevant? You have to think that you are writing to a cardiologist for the purpose of post-MI care. Now you have to look into to treat this patient by Dr. Peter Brixton, whether this information is relevant or not. Yes, obviously. This diabetic and hypertension are the risk factors for MI. So it's been important that you need to include this information, or we can consider this information as this information are the most relevant information for this letter. Similarly, we'll now look into what are the information are non-relevant. If there is information given like a patient underwent an appendectomy 10 years ago, whether this information is relevant or non-relevant. Use same two questions. To whom you are writing the letter, and what's the purpose of the letter. You are writing to Dr. Peter Brixton, he's a cardiologist, and the purpose is post-MI care. To provide this post-MI care, whether this information regarding the appendectomy is relevant or required for us? No. So we can consider this is a non-relevant information. So this is all about the criteria number 2, that is content. So it's been very important that you need to understand relevant and non-relevant information. Thank you.